Today ended up being the hardest day of the entire trip, with little chance of it getting better, and you'll see why in a minute. This whole road trip started so that we could make it to Utah for one of Kevin's good friends' weddings, but we extended the adventure into Colorado so that we could see where Kevin grew up, because none of us had been there before. But now it is officially time to start making our way back home, and our first stop on the journey back home is to Moab, Utah. And this was one of our longer drives. It was about 7 hours, and the scenery changed so much along the way. We went from green fields with buffalo, forests, and mountains to suddenly being surrounded by these massive red rock canyons. It was like we'd driven into a completely different part of the country, and when we finally made it to Moab and we checked into the hotel we'd specifically chosen because we were so excited about the pool. The room was actually perfect for our family too, because instead of an uncomfortable pull-out couch like most of them, it had a trundle bed with the couch, and the kids were very excited about that. There was just one problem. Almost immediately after we checked in, a huge thunderstorm rolled through, and apparently these storms have been happening at the same time every night. So just as we were getting ready to swim, everyone was pulled out of the pool because of the lightning warning. And I'm not gonna lie, I was so disappointed. We were only staying here for one night and we were leaving again in the morning, and the entire reason that we had picked this particular hotel was so that the kids could swim at this awesome pool after being in the car for 7 hours. Thankfully, Kevin knows me very well, and he found an Italian restaurant right down the street because Italian food is my absolute favorite, and we brought everything back to the hotel for a little dinner and movie night in our room. But the entire time we were eating, we were watching the pool, and the storm started to clear, a beautiful rainbow appeared, and we just kept hoping that we'd get a little window to swim before bedtime. And finally, at 9:15 that night, they lifted the lightning warning, and you better believe that we threw on our swimsuits and ran downstairs. We got in about 45 minutes before the pool closed at 10, but thankfully they even gave us a little extra time, and they kept the pool open for everyone until about 10:30, and we stayed the entire time. It definitely wasn't how I pictured our night in Moab going, but after thinking that we weren't going to swim at all, somehow this little last-minute nighttime swim felt even sweeter. And tomorrow we're heading back to Las Vegas and actually returning to the same resort where this entire road trip began. Tomorrow is our last night on the road, and this time we're determined to get there early enough to enjoy the pool as much as possible. And then there's just one more day left, which is heading home. And it's also our daughter's 3rd birthday, and we have a little surprise planned for her before we finally head home. You have to stick around to see days 9 and 10 to see how this adventure ends.